What's going on, YouTube family? Phew. Look at this office I got today. Tell you what, I couldn't survive in an office ever. This is my office right here. God's world. So we got hedges. Just a few bushes to trim. All right. We go down there. Boys started on it yesterday. Yeah, it was good.
What's up, dude?
Hedges look good, guys.
Yeah, I think they look pretty decent.
Yeah, they do. Wraps around there and up to the playground. So that's the footage we're gonna get for you first. We just did some little touch-ups on the playground. It's totally done. Looks good. Yeah, turned out nice. I'll show it to you here in a little bit, but first go ahead and tighten things up. All right. First things first, welcome to spring 2022. We got the sun shining, we got birds singing, flowers coming up out of the ground, and trees and bushes, shrubs with buds all over them right now. So if you're a part of this community, a happy spring 2022 to you and your family. And if you're not living in this community and you don't own a home yet, I suggest you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join us. Grab yourself a home. You have a seat at the round table for open discussions and no condescending judgment upon you. All right, we're all here to learn from each other's life stories. And today's life story, it's amazing. I can't wait to share it with you. I'm not going to tell you about bushes, trimming, anything like that. I can't wait to get into this story. Let's do it. Everybody sit down, buckle up. Hey, if you got a big screen TV, throw this up on there and watch this footage. You'll enjoy it. Here we go. Ha, yeah. Hey Randall, it's Bill from St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for the comment back and the invite to write my story. Let me say first that I'm truly thankful for your videos. Just when I thought I reached the end of the internet, YouTube, one of your videos popped up. So I clicked on it, watched it, and then I found myself watching one after another. Hey Bill, that's called binge watching. It's okay. It's healthy. Not sure your age, but I will be turning 50 in May. After a few construction/labor type jobs in my 20s, I decided to take the plunge and start my own business. Always cutting grass as a side hustle, I had the basic setup needed to make it a reality. Around the same time, I started dating my now beautiful wife of 19 years. To make things even more exciting, my wife had a beautiful 1-year-old daughter. In my house, we never use the word stepdaughter. She is my daughter. When you spoke of purpose in one of your videos, I can remember working in 100-degree heat, thinking to myself, what in heaven's name am I doing out here 10 hours a day, 7 days a week? Then I would come home to my wife and daughter, and everything always seemed to make sense again. In the early years of my business, I was mainly mowing lawns. With each year that passed, I gained the skills needed to start putting in mulch, trimming shrubs, maintain landscapes. In St. Louis, there are a few pockets of what I would call old money. This is where I focused my attention. These properties allowed me to charge a little more, work 12 months a year, and really take pride in my work. As the work began to come in more, I was able to hire my first employee. That man was my dad. He ended up working for me for 10 years. The factory he worked for went under. Left him looking for work after 30 years working for the same company. I will never forget the day he called me to ask if there was enough work for the both of us. Without hesitation, I said, "I'll pick you up in the morning." To be able to give back a little to the man who gave me so much was one of the greatest achievements to date in my career. Over the next few years, I would grow my business to about 4 employees, a rented shop, 4 trucks, and a ton of lawn equipment. During these times, my older brother would also join the team. Mike was a police officer who wanted to help me grow this business. Mike was a big influence on my life and someone I loved so very much. He kept his full-time job as a police officer, but worked 7 days a week in his off time helping me grow. One day, I came into our little shop we rented, and Mike and my dad were sitting there talking. I asked what was up, and Mike told me he had a tumor in his brain. Over the next 18 months, my brother would lose his life. It took a tremendous toll on my life, my sister, and of course my parents. During this time, Mike and I had a lot of long talks. I remember the talk that would change my life forever. Mike understood me, almost better than I understood me. Isn't that funny? He understood me better than I understood me. He said, "Billy, you're not happy, I can tell." I said I was happy. He said, "No, years ago when you started this business, you told me working for yourself was a dream come true. These last few years, with truck payments, payroll, rent, and countless headaches, I realized that your dream was not to own a business. Your dream was to work for yourself." He told me to sell all the trucks, get rid of the equipment you don't need, get rid of the shop, and go back to the dream you had. He said, "You enjoy working, making things look beautiful." About a week after we lost my brother, I did just that. I kept 1 truck, a couple mowers, all my handheld equipment, and moved back in to the one side of my parents' garage. I got rid of a ton of work. I only kept the customers I needed to make a living for my family. Fast forward 10 years now, I still have 1 truck. I still use one side of my parents' garage. I was able to put my daughter through an all-girls private high school, paid 100% of her college tuition, and moved into a home that 20 years ago, never thought would be possible in my life. With the skills I have built and the connections I have made, I work on multi-million-dollar properties. All of my work comes by referral. No signs on the truck, no business cards, just shaking the right hands. My wife and daughter are proud of me, which is worth all the money in the world. I wake up every day so thankful. I started down this journey 22 years ago. As I turn 50 in May, I see myself doing this for as long as the good Lord will allow it. I still work long days, not so many Sundays anymore, and I make a good, honest living. Of course, with every story, there have been many mistakes, and I've struggled to keep the mortgage paid, wondered how I would make it through the winter with no work, and all the other worries that go along with life for everybody. By no means is this life easy now, but I always have work. I can take my wife to dinner on Saturday nights. My daughter has a college degree with no debt. We have shelter, food in the fridge, and a little put up for emergency. What else do we really need? Thanks again, Randall, for allowing guys like me to share in your life. I enjoy your style. I enjoy your wisdom, and my hopes for your channel is that thousands of young men and women see that with hard work, they too can achieve happiness and success. If you're ever in the St. Louis, Missouri area, please look me up. I would love to show you around. You have my email. My number is, if you ever need a friend to talk to, Mr. Bill Bales. So I'm going to say this. After last video I put out there with the title on the butterfly effect, and then the discussion we had in that video about how the butterfly affects all of us all over the place, the thing that stood out to me in the email and life story we just read was the huge butterfly effect that in this case came from words of wisdom coming from a heart and soul of love. Now, that is power. Wisdom and love together. That's what all of us need to be passing on to everyone around us, and especially the younger generation that we are responsible for shaping. So I'm going to talk about this email. I got plenty more footage left. We got a lot of work left on this property for y'all to enjoy watching, because the struggle is just now getting real here, honestly. So I have at least 10 different points I want to talk about Bill's email he sent in. First thing is he mentioned a purpose-driven life. Okay? And I do talk about that a whole lot throughout my videos. You have to have a purpose of honor, and not through selfishness. You know, your purpose has to be aimed towards other people's good in the world to truly have that success that a purpose-driven life will give you. And like Bill said, he was out 100-degree heat, just like we all are. Freezing cold, harsh elements, just like we all are. Alright, we all go through these life stories. But after the day or night, depending on when you have to go out there and do your deeds, when we come home to our families, when we come home to our loved ones, that's when it all makes sense to us. Why we torture ourselves the way we do. And for those of us that don't have families yet, and we're just starting off, it's okay to focus on yourself, because until you realize that you are totally unique and totally special, and that you need to love yourself, you need to realize that you need to love yourself first and be okay with all your shortcomings and not be too boastful on your achievements either. You gotta realize this stuff to be successful. You can't love anyone else. You can't spread love in the world until you truly love yourself. So that's it. Purpose-driven life, gentlemen. If you're young or you don't have a family, strive to be the best you can every day, and be proud of yourself when you've accomplished that mission. Always be proud of your mission's accomplishments. So the next thing we're going to talk about here, that Bill did exactly the same kind of stepping stones that I've gone through in life. He said that he had focused on old money in his area of town because it gives him guaranteed work, because their properties are so large, like the ones we're working on here. It's just large. You are able to get paid slightly higher wages than just normal commercial properties or regular size residentials for sure. Because the efforts that are involved in keeping these estates beautiful year round, it's a lot of effort, guys. It's not come in and roll on out and smile about it. You feel the pain, trust me, every visit. So Bill focused on old money. He was successful on getting his clientele at that place, and he grows through word of mouth of those clients that he does his work for. The less advertising that you have to give and spend for, and the less clients you have to go through over and over again to find the right clients, the better off you'll be starting off in business. So he got to the point where we all get to at a certain point. Do we grow our business or not? Do we really want to go through those headaches of growing the business, or do you just want to stay small? Are you big enough yet in your business? Because you got to keep growing some way or another, whether it's financially or just successful in your own mind, your own character traits. You always have to be growing some way, moving upward in life. He grew his, I grew mine. We both realized that that's not what we're out here to do, alright? But when you have this much workload, what is your best option to getting it accomplished as a solo entrepreneur? My opinion, and the route that Bill went, was his family. In my opinion, family is your best answer. That's your best option. That's the answer. If you have that available, you end up building special relationships and bonds out here as you work, even closer than you ever were as just a brother, a sister, a mom or dad, husband and wife. Okay? All these memories that you can just see on my small channel here. I have over 140 days worth of memories that I'll have forever to go back and look at. Family first, always. Now, the butterfly effect of Mike and his conditions impacted everyone. But many times when we have loved ones that are going through these life-taking events and it drains them, we do have that opportunity that God gives us to build true relationships through talks, just understanding each other on a different level than you normally would in the hustle bustle of life. I had that opportunity with my grandfather back when he became paralyzed. We became very, very close because of our relationship through just discussion of life, getting to know each other. So important. I ain't even talked to you guys all day long. My apologies. So, the hedgerows trimmed, and Dalton's gotten all the bulk cleaned up, all the way up and down. I've been working on this bed up here. All that stuff. Up here is just full of the wiregrass, crabgrass, 10,000 different weeds. So had to get that thing prepped up and ready to get some mulch down. A little bit tired, but it's a beautiful day out. No complaints. We'll keep on plugging along, get some footage. So, staying on the topic of the relationships and communication, that is the basis for your success, no matter what you're talking about in life, is taking the time to have true honest conversations, not arguments. Don't bring your emotions into these conversations. Use your intelligence and think things out when you're talking. Leave your emotions behind, and you'll figure life out a whole lot easier, a whole lot quicker. Whether it be your wife, your husband, your children, brothers, sisters, mothers, parents, and, my opinion, grandparents. The most important group of people that you can learn from and get their life stories. Because their life stories, their knowledge, priceless. Golden nuggets of information about life. So Mike's words of wisdom and the fact that he noticed that Bill wasn't happy running a business, but he used to be happy working for himself. Alright? Many of us end up in this point in our lives on this adventure. He found himself running ragged, full of stress and bills and employees, and pushing harder and harder with not much reward and not enjoying his life. Luckily, his brother saw it and he called him out on it out of love. Now, I did the same thing in my world. I had those big dreams of being a business owner, running the show, huge company, alright? But I realized, just like Bill has, that he really just wants to be an artist. He wants to be free, and he wants to be himself every day. And that's the key for me. That's the key for Bill over in St. Louis. That's probably the key for thousands and thousands of you guys out here watching YouTube. You may not have that dream to run a business. You may just be that artist that loves making everything beautiful with your own hands, your own sweat and hard work. And you love being free on your own schedule out here in the world, enjoying Mother Nature. If you end up going this route as an artist instead of the business owner running the show of an operation, you'll be able to cut your overhead bills down to almost nothing after a few years of hard work and paying off your equipment. Your stress level will be minimal. You'll have wonderful vibes all over the place. I know this from experience and living on the other side of the fence here with 4 guys, 4 families that I had to support and keep that work flowing, keep those bills coming, paid, huge equipment payments, breakdowns, maintenance. Been there and done it. I love the artist, not the business owner. Alright. Now, another important element is that he wakes up every morning, puts on his thankful glasses, and that's how he views the world. That is so priceless of an understanding to have. The sooner you understand this in your life, the younger you are, to put on your thankful glasses for every single thing that you see in life that you are blessed with, you will continue being blessed nonstop. Those vibes will be good every day. So, like Bill, my vibes, I just want to work until I can't work anymore. Leave it in the comment section. Is that what you want to do? Just work until you don't want to work anymore because you can, because you love it, because you love creating? Because that's me. My answer in the comment section is yeah. I'm going to work till I can't work, until my body just drops. Just remember, like he said, life struggles. We all have them. We all have bills. We all have deadlines. Life is never easy. But it's all up in your head and your reality that you shape, whether those vibes are amazing or stressful. Bill, much respect for you, man. I loved hanging out with you for those 3 hours on that Sunday afternoon on the phone. You're definitely my twin brother over in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know if I'll ever get out that way, man. But if I do, I'll be chilling with you, I promise. Much love, everybody. Spread those vibes everywhere. I hope y'all enjoyed the footage of the bush trimming, and I hope you got something out of this message. give Bill Bales a shout out down in the comments below and let him know how much you appreciate his story. Whew. Well, we made it to another day. It's Thursday right now. Got that all done. Looking nice. Got this long hedgerow that y'all been watching us take care of today. Hey, it's another day in paradise. Y'all be kind, love each other, be good. Peace.